Rain hammered the rust-stained windows of the abandoned warehouse as Daniel Creed stood alone in the dark, his breath trembling like a man caught between confession and collapse. 10 years ago, he had been the city's most ruthless detective, the man who hunted monsters and dragged them screaming into the light. Today, he wasn't hunting one. He was one. A siren wailed in the distance, far away, but close enough to remind him of who he used to be. Daniel looked down at his hands, still shaking from what he'd done. Blood, someone else's and his own, clung to his knuckles. His badge, cracked and useless, lay on the ground like a ghost of a life he couldn't return to. He never planned to cross the line. But the line had moved. Or maybe he had. It started with the murder of a girl, 15, innocent, the kind of case that used to keep him awake at night until justice was served. But justice had failed her. The system had failed her. And Daniel couldn't let the man who did it walk free. So he did the unthinkable. He became the very thing he once swore to destroy. Now, standing over the same man he once hunted legally, Daniel felt no triumph, only a deep, hollow ache. He didn't feel like a hero. He didn't even feel like a villain. He felt lost. A soft gasp echoed behind him. "Dan, what did you do?" It was Maria, his former partner, drenched from the rain, her eyes wide, not with disgust, but with heartbreak. Daniel didn't turn. He killed her, Maria. He walked free. And I, his voice cracked. I couldn't let him walk again. Maria stepped closer. Each footstep sounded like a verdict. "This isn't you," she whispered. Daniel finally looked at her, and for the first time she saw the truth. He wasn't dangerous because he'd become violent. He was dangerous because he had nothing left to lose. "Maybe it is," he said quietly. "Maybe this is all I ever was." The red and blue lights washed through the broken windows, painting the room like a confession written in color. Footsteps approached outside. Backup, witnesses, the world closing in. Maria's voice trembled. "Let me help you." Daniel shook his head. "You already did." He stepped into the light, hands raised, not to surrender, but to accept the weight of every choice that had led him here. And as the officers stormed in, shouting commands he no longer cared to follow, Daniel Creed understood the final truth. He didn't become a monster when he took a life. He became a monster the day he stopped believing a broken world could be fixed. But at least, for one lost girl, justice finally existed. Even if it cost him everything. Please like, share, and subscribe.